Now, you grew up where?
Here in Clinchco in Dixon County.
So you lived here most of your life, then?
Most of my life, except for 4 years in California, and then the time I spent in service.
So what kind of place was Clinchco just before you left for?
Oh man, it was a booming place. This little town down here was responsible for all the economic growth in the county at that particular time, because there wasn't any jobs other than the coal mines, you know, and it was a coal town, and it was owned by a company, and the company had their own script, you know, and credit cards. Back then they had credit cards, you know, and it was a booming place. A lot of traffic, especially on paydays, you know, and it's really a nice place.
And you come from a coal mining family? Is that...
Yes, my father was, he was in the supply business and for the coal mines.
So he didn't go down in the mines?
No, he didn't, no, but I went in a few times when I worked for the company.
But what age was that?
The first work I did for the company was when I was in high school. I worked on Saturday and go to school during the week and work on Saturdays. And I know the first day I worked, they paid 58 cents an hour. I made $5.80. I worked over 10 hours. Made $5.80, and the company store went up and had to get some hard-toe shoes and a hard hat, and I came out, I owed the company store about $8 more. So I didn't make any money at it.
But eventually you made some money?
Yes, yes.
So those were the 30s. Those were hard times in a lot of places, but not here.
Yes, it was. It was pretty hard here. Now, a lot of people, it was just, when the coal business gets bad, it goes by just by jumps, you know. It'll go along real good, and a lot of demand for coal back then. They're not now as much as it was then. And then all at once, they call what they call the lake orders, you know, at that time. That meant that when the lakes thawed up north, they could ship the coal across the lakes, and the orders were good and people worked good. But now, when the lakes was frozen over, then everything slowed down, you know.
What did you do for fun in those days?
Oh, we had baseball, softball, basketball. No televisions, naturally. We had good radio stations, listen to Amos and Andy and those programs, and then we'd have cookouts, picnics, and swimming, fishing, hunting, and just things like that.
You were something of a mountain man.
More or less.